everyone on HerStory TV. Firstly, I would like to thank Gertrude Mache for giving me this opportunity to be on HerStory TV. I'm Wadzanai Marisa, aged 29, and I came from Zimbabwe, a small country from Southern Africa. Wadzanai is a well-qualified nurse aide or caregiver. I trained my course here in Zimbabwe with St. John's Ambulance in 2015. I'm really happy and proud to be a caregiver. I worked at several institutions like hospitals, clinics, as well as in different homes. Besides being a nurse aide, I'm now doing broiler farming. After I have realized that my salary as a nurse aide here in Zimbabwe, it's no longer enough for me to earn a living. Besides that, there is deficit in meat production in our country. I have listed a number of reasons why I started broiler farming. And reason number 1, employment creation. After I have noticed that there are very few vacancies in my field of caregivers in our community, not because there are no patients who need our help, but because people and even the government both are no longer paying enough salary. I have decided to start my own project where I can employ myself as well, benefiting the local community at the same time. That's where I have started broiler farming. I have also noticed that shortage of jobs did not affect only us nurse aides, but rather other school leavers as well. Many people, they are graduating from many institutions across the country and they are stranded. There are no jobs and the numbers are growing each and every year. So I have a vision that if my project grows, I can be able to employ some of these guys. There are also many widows, orphans, street kids who do not have any social support from any angle of the planet, and these people are living miserable life, especially here in Zimbabwe. So there is need to create something which can help these people. I have also started this project to empower women and children. As you know, our African culture do not cater much for women. Most of them are left out in main governmental programs. They are being marginalized. So my project, it's an eye-opener to all women in my community. My vision here is to empower women and teach women not to depend on their husbands, to teach them hands-on projects, and this can minimize the abuse of women and children by men. And number 2 reason why I started this project. Number 2, loophole in meat production in Zimbabwe. Most are depending much on green vegetables on their daily meals. Yes, they are good and well recommended, but there is need for adding protein to an individual meal to make a well-balanced diet. Here in Zimbabwe, most of companies which we used to be dependent on meat production shut down long back due to economic crisis in our country. For example, cold storage company CSC, it's no longer functioning. People are now going out of the country to buy meat. And for example, individuals who are privileged are going to our neighboring countries like South Africa, Botswana, and Mozambique to buy meat, and it's too expensive. This is why I started to venture into broiler farming, especially to those who are less privileged. People who do not have much money to buy in those few and expensive butcheries. Number 3 reason why I started this project. I have also started this project due to COVID-19 pandemic, which affects the movements of people and goods. Many companies in productions of goods and services shut down. Checking global marketing statistics was also affected. Hence, at the same time, the importation of meat from other countries, as I have highlighted before, was also affected. That is why I have started to do this project. Movements of people was also minimized due to curfew restrictions. Whilst most people from my community were muchly affected, they do not have enough time to go out to butcheries to buy meat in those long queues, where there is also issue of social distance, which also affect the number of people who were able to be served per day in those few butcheries. Here are the challenges which I'm facing in this project. In this project, I'm facing a number of challenges like limited space to build required fowl run. I need to have a place where I can build good standard fowl run so that I can take more batches of chicks with a reasonable quantity. I think if I can have standard fowl run which can accommodate 1,000 to 5,000 birds, that will be a good number to start with, as well as employing others. I'm facing a challenges of where to buy the chicks. Big companies like Ivins, Stewart are not producing enough chicks which can accommodate broiler farmers. So I'm ending up not having chicks to run my project. I need a hatching machine incubator so that I can produce my own chicks.